The city auditor's preliminary report into the fall election is being examined by City Council. The report found inadequate training for poll workers and confusing new forms caused frustration and delays for voters. One councillor thinks the review only skims the surface of how widespread election night issues were. CTV's Jeremy Thompson reports.
Long lineups at polling stations were a common experience during the October election. In some cases, too long for voters to wait.
Well, we didn't get to vote. I have to go to work, so we had to leave because we got here and registered or filled out the form. And a long lineup ahead of us.
A new report by the city auditor finds frustration was high for both voters and staff as they adapted to new provincial requirements. These challenges centered primarily on difficulties with the computer system, potentially stemming from inadequate training, technical issues, or human error, and struggles with accurately completing the necessary worksheets and forms. A preliminary review by Edmonton Elections also highlights issues for staff. Specific feedback from election workers suggested that more hands-on training in the use of the electronic electors register, as well as completion of the forms, was needed.
None of what they identified would have materially impacted the outcome of the election, but nevertheless, we have clear work that needs to be done.
The reports find Edmonton Elections was short-staffed by about 1,200 people, with many workers handling multiple jobs.
On election day, I saw my scrutineers talking about how they could see that people didn't know how to use the computer system. There was a lot of confusion. All of those experiences were true.
Councillor Tu Parmar was elected after a recount in her ward. While she's confident in the results, she's not sure the audit fully captures the election day confusion.
I don't know if what I experienced is in there because it says 93% of stations had minor issues. So I'm actually not sure if my ward was the 7%.
Mayor Knack also takes issue with the provincial requirement to hand count ballots, which meant results were not published on election day. The province is doing its own review. Meanwhile, councillors will discuss the audit next week. Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Edmonton.